What is the difference between domain lookup and DNS lookup? Have you ever wondered what the difference is between a domain lookup and a DNS lookup? It may seem like they are the same, but they serve different purposes in the world of the internet. Let's break it down so you can understand each process clearly. A domain lookup is primarily about finding information related to a domain name. This process usually involves querying a database known as the WHOIS database. When you perform a domain lookup, you can gather details such as who owns the domain, their contact information, when the domain was registered, and when it will expire. You can also find out which registrar is managing the domain and its current status, such as whether it is active or expired. This is all about the administrative side of domain names. On the other hand, a DNS lookup is more technical. It translates a human-readable domain name, like www, example.com, into an Internet Protocol address, such as 192.0.2.1. Computers use these numerical addresses to locate and communicate with servers on the Internet. When you do a DNS lookup, you are querying DNS servers to find the IP address linked to a specific domain name. There are two main types of DNS lookups. Forward DNS lookup, which finds the IP address from a domain name, and reverse DNS lookup, which finds the domain name from an IP address. Now, let's look at some key differences between these two processes. The purpose of a domain lookup is to retrieve registration and ownership details, while a DNS lookup is focused on translating domain names into IP addresses. The data source for a domain lookup is the WHOIS database, while DNS lookups relying on distributed DNS servers across the globe. When you perform a domain lookup, the output information includes registrant details, registration dates, and registrar information. In contrast, a DNS lookup provides the IP address and DNS records, which can include various types such as records, AGA records, and mail exchange records. In practical terms, if you are managing domains, a domain lookup can help you verify ownership or check the renewal status. If you are setting up a website or troubleshooting connectivity issues, a DNS lookup is essential to ensure that your domain name resolves correctly to your hosting server's IP address. Understanding both domain lookups and DNS lookups is important for anyone involved in domain management and web hosting. Each process addresses different aspects of how domain names function on the Internet. While a domain lookup tells you who owns the domain, a DNS lookup ensures that the domain name connects to the right server.